Well, man, let's do this. Yeah, that's not imposing.
Here I go.
On it. I don't know, and I don't have much CP. Hey. It's gonna go well. Oh, and it doesn't hit very hard. Okay.
My turn.
You know, I can do this. I can. It only has 36,000 health. And it keeps damn missing.
Too slow.
I wonder how far I can reach to me. Okay. I was hoping I could avoid that critical, but no. Fine. Okay, so... Okay, I'm taking out a decent bit of it. Well... It sure does hit hard, doesn't it? I wonder if I am supposed to win this.
My turn.
Oh my goodness, okay. I get a feeling that I'm not supposed to win this.
My turn.
Well, for now, I'll just try to... I'll hold out as long as I can.
Burn to ash. Fall!
Okay, so... this is perfectly manageable.
Gather on my blade.
It's not exactly... I don't know. It doesn't hit very hard. That's why this isn't difficult. It just doesn't hit hard. I mean... Oh, come on. Let me beat it. I can do that. Oh, come on. It's been easy peasy. What are you so...
My attacks are barely putting a dent into it.
I took out so much of its health. What are you talking about, Reed? Come on. I mean, was that the health to put a dent in it? Or was that the health to actually beat it?
We're so close to Ymir 2.
I told you this would happen.
Fuck you, kitty.
Get back!
Celine!
Can't lose. Not here. Without seeing everyone again. Lisa.
Not today, buddy!
I don't recognize that voice.
Are those arcs?
Hey, Cross Crusade.
Yeah, but where...
See you later. Cross Crusade!
Why didn't I just do that before? I know I only had Firebolt or whatever it was, but I could have just taken my sword and dug it in. I don't know. Hey, man.
Are we... safe?
Who did that? Reen! Reen!
How the fuck did you people track me? Oh. Oh. Well, one, how the hell... I mean...
Made it without a second to spare.
The first thing that I thought of was that it was my classmates, and they're like, oh no, maybe they just saw what direction I went in, and they just like followed it in a straight line until they got here. That might take a month.
Good to see you're still in one piece.
I'm so glad we hurried. I don't want to even imagine what could have happened if we weren't in time.
Did Bracer Boy there even have a voice actor in the first game? I don't think he did. I don't think he did.
You aren't hurt, are are you?
Do I not know these characters in this version of this game? In this game, blonde-haired girl. I mean,
Your Highness? And Toval. And
Rain, stay right there!
her hair is not black. Is it just me, or is her hair brighter than it was before?
Please, tell me you're alright.
No, I'm dying slowly.
You look so exhausted. Who's she?
I think I should be introducing you first, Selene.
Elise? It's really you. I feel like I'm dreaming. I never would have expected you to come all the way out here.
Rain, please! There's no need to speak right now. Save your strength. We'll take you back to Ymir just as soon as we've seen to your injuries.
I'm just so glad you're all right. How did you know I was here? As my consciousness began to fade, I heard a distinct voice resound at the back of my mind. A voice with all the gravity of steel, and yet a strange sense of familiarity, of warmth. And as I listened, I could feel myself being beckoned towards the wheel of fortune.
Dost thou desire the power?
Oh, that sounded very different from the first games. Nihon Falcom presents. The Legend of Heroes, Trails Cold Steel 2. So far, everyone I recognize still. Does Toval finally get a last name? Ooh. George has a last name? Did he have a last name in the first game? Okay. Hi, Crow. Been a while. Hi, Vita. I didn't know you were named after the system I was playing this on. Tuvali. Okay. Okay, here's some new ones. Oh, those are the Jaegers, right? From the end of the last game. McBurn. Is his name really McBurn? Oh, that's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be so much fun. So fun. Oh, well, that didn't heavily imply something there. Do Cayenne with, the Chancellor behind him? What, are they the same person? Well, that was much like the first game with its character introductions. And so goes by one day. Okay. For some reason I was expecting like another 2 months. Last time I remember this happening.
Where am I now?
Last time I remember this happening, Milliam jumped on me. Celine? Oh, yeah.
Celine? This looks just like my room.
'Cause maybe it's your room.
I knew it. I'm back in Ymir. I'm finally back home. My memories are kind of hazy now, but I think that means everything that happened in the mountains.
Why'd it get so cold all of a sudden?
Because my prerogative in life is now to torture you, okay?
Oh, you finally woke up?
Yeah, just a second ago. How about you? Feeling better after a cat nap?
Ha.
I guess. I slept more than I meant to, actually. You're awake.
Elise Swalza, formally introduced.
Elise! Good morning. Actually, it's probably closer to noon now, isn't it? Elise?
Oh, I'm so happy that you're awake. You don't know how scared I was. There was all that chaos in the capital, and then we lost all contact with you. We had no idea where you were. I'm just so relieved.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for worrying you so much, Elise.
But it's totally Celine's fault.
No, you don't need to apologize.
Because it's Celine's fault.
I knew that somewhere out there you were all right, and that you'd come back safe. Welcome home, Reen.
It's good to be back. And thanks.
I see our two little lovebirds are as Twitter-pated as ever.
Oh, could you get more blunt about it?
Pardon? Good morning, Reen. And to you as well, Elise.
Hey there. Just swinging by to see how you're holding up.
You're here too, Your Highness? I'm really not dreaming then.
Elise is clearly reality, but when Reen dreams, it's always about Princess Alphen. Alphen Raisonneau.
Oh, you're so silly, Reen. I would have thought the warmth of your dear sister pressed against your chest was proof enough of that. Your Highness, please!
Tofa Radinio. Whatever.
Well, I'm just glad you're up. How are you feeling? Still sore? You've been fast asleep since we brought you back here yesterday.
I don't have any serious injuries, at least. But I doubt I'd be able to say that if you hadn't come when you did. Thanks, Toval.
I suppose I owe you my thanks, too. That art of yours didn't come a moment too soon.
You're both very welcome.
So I want to know what the first reaction of them to the cat was.
I just didn't want to give these two young ladies anything to cry about.
Aww.
Oh, I see you're finally up. Do you get a voice?
Dad! Mom!
Hello, Reen. It's wonderful to see you back home. Nope, they do not. I imagine you have plenty of questions running through your mind, but first and foremost is getting you something to eat. We can discuss what to do from here on out after that. Ymir, the hot springs paradise. Saying it in its full, not actually HD because this is PS Vita glory. Ooh, casual clothing. Lady Lucia Swarza, Green's mother. Baron Teo Swarzer, Green's father. It's been a month now since that so-called Noble Alliance occupied Heimdall. At present, they have effectively all of the nation's major cities under their control. The Imperial Army tried what they could to stop their advances. The majority of their forces have already been defeated. I had a feeling that would be the case. If nothing else, at least you two are safe. We were at St. Estrella when the capital was occupied, so we were caught up in the chaos too. It's only thanks to Toval appearing and rescuing us that we're sitting here now. What were you doing there, Toval? I got an urgent request to escort Her Highness and Miss Elise to safety. As soon as I got that, I booked it there as fast as I could. Never turned down a personal request from Prince Olivert, you know. So, he saw it coming. Prince Olivert asked you. Well, that does explain it. He kindly escorted us out of the capital, successfully evading the Noble Alliance's attempts to pursue us. Roughly 10 days later, we were able to reach Emer. I'm just so glad you were able to make it to safety. Unfortunately, it appears His Majesty, the Emperor and Crown Prince Cedric fell in the Alliance's hands. The official story is both of them have been taken into protective custody, so they're both rumored to be safe. However, Prince Olivert's whereabouts are currently unknown. There's not even confirmation that he's safe somewhere? That's more than a little worrying. Oh, he's probably up in the nonsense. You needn't be so concerned. I'm sure he's perfectly well. He made it through the chaos in Libero last year unharmed, you know. He's always been a resilient one. As for Cedric, father and mother, I'd like to believe they're all right too. I'm sure they are, Your Highness. I'm worried about the Imperial family as much as anyone, but if you don't mind me interjecting, Reen, I imagine you're probably most concerned about what happened to Trista and Thors. Luckily for you, you've managed to get some info on that front. Please, tell me everything you know. What's happening over at the Academy? Is everyone alright? I don't think this will come as much of a shock to you, but both Trista and Thor's military academy are completely under the Noble Alliance forces' control now. They're both taken over not long after the war began. Oh. Reen? No matter how much I thought about it, I didn't want to believe it was true. What about the students and our instructors? Honestly, I wish I had more I could tell you. There are rumors that they resisted being occupied as long as they could, but not much more than that. Try to not let concern get the best of you. It's too early to presume the worst has happened. Yeah, I'm with Lord Swarzer here. On the contrary, some rumors would even suggest the opposite. What rumors? Word has it the number of students and staff are unaccounted for. The Noble Alliance is still trying to find them. Then that means... have some of them managed to escape? Well, rumors are rumors. Still, your classmates and Sarah have more than gotten their feet wet at this point. I can't see them being taken out that easily. Odds seem pretty good if you ask me. What say you? What else can I say? I would have to agree. Celine? I couldn't tell you where she is right now, but Emma's still alive. That's guaranteed. You can tell. I'm a familiar, so I've got a link of some kind between us. You don't even know what kind, just some kind? Okay. If anything were to happen to her, trust me, I know about it. All I know is that she's alive, though. Nothing else. How peculiar. Anyway, there's no point assuming the worst when there's every chance that it hasn't happened. So, try keeping the faith, alright? Think of it this way, they're probably just as worried about you as you are for them, and yet here you are, safe and sound. You've got a point, actually. Safe and sound may very well be, but you're hardly in peak condition. Take this chance to stay home for a time and recover your strength. While you're here, why not go pay everyone a visit? The whole village has been eagerly awaiting your recovery. That's true. I think they'd all be delighted to see you. And, if you like, I'd be happy to accompany you. But can you fight? You want to be in my party, Elise? You gotta be able to fight. Thanks for the concern, Elise, but I'll be fine on my own. Honest. Sounds like a good idea, Mom. I think I'll just do that. Prologue, The Depths of Despair. Ooh, entering the prologue, not even a chapter 1 yet. Over an hour of recording, not all of that actually gameplay, but yeah. Looks like Elise and Princess Alphen have already gone out. Like Mom said, it might not be a bad idea to follow suit. This could be a good chance to walk around the village and collect myself a bit. Yep. Evento markers. Ima's town map can be accessed by pressing the square button. The town map allows you to confirm the present location of both important characters and objectives. Is Emo going to be my hub? Maybe. Probably not. Okay. I didn't try this before, but I did something detestable. No! Where is it? Where is my costumes? I bought the I bought the first game's DLC costumes because they had them 50% off. It was like $10 and I got 10 costumes and I was like, yeah, I want more costumes because of how depressingly small the actual costumes were. And they said I saw them install when I first started this up. They actually installed, so they're in here. When the fuck am I gonna be able to use them? First things first, I suppose. Mother dearest. Wow, that smells delicious. Wait a sec, is that pheasant stew? Your very favorite. Your favorite food is pheasant stew, Reen? Oh, that sounds nasty. Your father said that he wanted you to have a nourishing dinner, so he went and caught one himself. Really? I'll be sure to thank him later. Speaking of food, you've got a lot going on here. It smells amazing. The circumstances may not be ideal, but it's been too long since we last dined together as a family. Ever since her highness arrived, it's been so lively that I feel I've gained a second daughter. Times like these are when a mother has to put her best foot forward, don't you think? Really are the perfect mother. In times like these, you're right here, ready to warmly welcome us home with open arms. I can't ever see that changing. If only I were half as good of a son as you are a mom. Oh, just stop being so damn self-deprecating, Reen. It's about damn time you stopped doing that. Didn't you get over at least part of this in, like, the drama CD stuff? Mom? Something wrong? That's not true at all. When I had no idea what was going on with you and your sister, I worried myself sick. At times it felt as though my chest was going to burst from it all. But believing that you two would come back to me safely was the key to keeping myself together. With that in mind, I could focus instead on getting this house ready to welcome you both home. Mom? Whatever doubts you may have about your place in this family, as long as you're here in this house, you're our son. If you're ever feeling down or afraid, you can always find comfort in my arms. And then, once you found the strength to keep going, you can pick things back up right where you left them. Thanks, Mom. I actually feel a lot better now. Well, look forward to dinner tonight. And make sure you work up a good appetite for it, alright? No worries there. No. Reen's, like, problems with his family are, like, entirely self-induced. It's really funny how stupid he can be. Speaking of which... all the Empire's major cities are under the control of the Noble Alliance now. I'm so focused on those, I haven't had the time to deal with the frontier regions like ours. Thankfully, this means Imo hasn't felt the full impact of the Civil War. It does seem that way. What, not trade? Seems like trade would be really significant. I was relieved to see how little's changed. A nice snowfall's the only real difference compared to my last visit. Well, compared to your last visit, there was a bit of more of a nice snowfall. By the way, I see you chose not to join the Noble Alliance. Is everything alright in that front? I've never wanted anything to do with the Noble faction to begin with. There's always the chance they'll try to invite me to join, but I'm confident I can talk my way out of it. I'm a little concerned I can't get in touch with Viscount Alside, though. You can't? It's on the nonsense. It's not a good sign. I know the nonsense is in the opening, but did something happen over in Legram? Or maybe even on the nonsense? I'm afraid I couldn't tell you. But it's Viscount XSEED we're talking about, he'll be fine. Oh, and if you didn't watch my first game's Let's Play, I call the courageous the nonsense. Because, at least in my experience, they haven't explained how the hell it fucking works. There might be a perfectly good explanation, but I found it funny, and I'm gonna stick with it for the rest of the series. Regardless, I'm just trying to make sure that we're well prepared for anything. Especially since our duties have expanded to sheltering Your Highness. That's true. The Alliance already has His Majesty and the Crown Prince, so it's safe to assume they want Princess Alphen as well. Dad, let me know if there's anything I can do to make your job easier. I'm more than happy to help. Of course, I'm sure I'll be counting on you in the days to come. Still, start with trying not to rush things. You shouldn't have to jump to thinking you need to shoulder more than your fair share of responsibility. There's only so much burden one person can bear. Do you think I'm shouldering too much? Admittedly, those are Master Gaffai's words, not mine. But they get across what I want to say well enough. And whether I think it or not, this is a good chance for you to go get some well-earned rest. I want you to make the most of it, alright? Sure. Thanks, Dad. Ooh, that looks like Machias' gun. I bet it's the same brand. Man, I should get Machias to come over. I bet you two could go hunting together. I mean, Machias probably has the whole thing against, like... oh, it's such a high, noble sport. Such a sporting hobby, blah, 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 blah. But still, I bet they could hit it off on guns. I mean, that was quite a... Oh, doggy! Bado. I'm home, Beto. Being welcomed back by you really makes me feel like I'm home again. Why weren't you in the drama, CD? Oh, you're so cute. You're like a husky. I love huskies. Huskies are like my favorite dog. Oh, I want you to come along on my journey.